Data lows smacked. Data lows today, news day. I love news days. I love 8:30 news. Looking at the chart here, 8:30, big boost. Oh, not that big, but big boost, decent sized boost. And we are targeting this low, this 8:30 Newswick low, simply because the idea behind this play is price moves so quickly here, and there's such a massive gap that there's a bunch of unfilled orders. People and I guess institutions don't have enough time to accumulate positions. So the idea is that price will eventually reverse and take this wick out, giving people time to get their orders in. So this is a it's very likely that price is going to come back to this low. So we boost up, we leave that wick. This is our target here. Looking on the higher time frame, we are still holding this bearish breaker. So this bearish breaker has been putting in work the past couple days. It's been holding for the past 3 days. You can see we tap into it. We get that big bearish reaction. So the news candle opens, taps right into this bearish breaker. Hopping back to the 1. So before market opens, what I'm looking for is targets. I'm looking for targets. So again, 8:30 news low, amazing target there, data lows, and we have super obvious equal lows here. So I'm bearish on the day. I'm bearish all day until these get hit. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a fair value gap to inverse to the downside, and we get that. I don't know why this button is not working. Let me just get out of replay mode here. So that's what we get, man. Market open, 9:30 right here. Market is acting a little squirrely. We get this big move to the downside, and at this point I'm like, okay, this is gonna hit without me. It looked like price was just gonna take a shit and take out the data lows, take out the equal lows. And normally I would have a little bit of FOMO. Back in the day, maybe I would try to rush into a position there because I was so certain that these were gonna hit. But we're better than that now. We have that discipline, a little bit of patience. So instead, we wait for our setup. We do not see our setup present itself. So we wait. 9:41, we get that big push up. And what does it leave behind? It leaves a fair value gap. So the idea is wait for this fair value gap to get inversed. And the reason this works is because if price is truly bullish, price will respect this bullish fair value gap and then bounce to the upside. So the fact that this fair value gap doesn't hold and instead inverses means that this fair value gap will probably act as resistance now to the downside, and this could be a point where price would like to reverse, and that's exactly what happens. So we close below this fair value gap here. We close below this fair value gap. Really nice close considering it's so close to the gap. Not a lot of risk on the table. Stop above the fair value gap, and we are targeting the data lows for a 1 to 1.5. So as soon as this candle closes, we hop in the trade. We are sitting through a little bit of drawdown, about 12 points of drawdown, and then as soon as this candle closes, we get that big wick. This candle pulls back. I'm expecting price to start dropping, and that's exactly what happens. Price drops and hits our take profit for about 20 points on the day. So that was a clean trade, very clean trade. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way I sort of just waited for the setup to present itself. And again, we had relative equal lows down here as well. So I knew these would eventually hit, but I was happy with the 20-point win on the day. I didn't want to risk price reversing, and that's sort of what happened. So if I did stay in the trade, as soon as it took the data lows out, we were about 7 points from these lows. My stop would have went to break even for sure. I'm not going to let a 30-point win turn into a loss, and then price comes back up and it would have stopped me out here. So I am happy with taking profits at the data lows. Price action was a little bit squirrely today. You can even see as soon as we hit the relative equal lows down there, price is sort of just chopping around, man. So clean day, clean targets, 2 really clean targets. One of my favorites being data lows. And then obviously we have these really obvious equal lows down here. So yeah, man, that was it. That basically sums up the day. and I'm happy with the way I performed. Let's keep it rolling. And let's see what tomorrow and Friday offers the kid. I know that we have a lot more news, a lot more 8:30 news. I think Thursday we have 8:30 news. Friday we have 8:30 news. So hopefully we put in some more obvious levels, some more obvious data highs and data lows, and let's try to capitalize on that, man. Yep.